Picture this: while everyone else is drowning in busy work, checking emails every 5 minutes and jumping from task to task like a pinball machine, you're sitting calmly, laser-focused, producing work that's not just good, it's extraordinary. That's the power of deep work, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to harness it. I'm breaking down Cal Newport's game-changing principles into a simple 6-step framework that can literally transform your entire year. We're talking about achieving more meaningful progress in 12 months than most people make in a decade. Sound impossible? Stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to outpace 99% of people in your field. Let's dive in. Step 1. Ruthlessly prioritize high-value goals. Here's a brutal truth. You're probably wasting 80% of your effort on tasks that barely move the needle. This isn't your fault. It's human nature. But there's a better way. The Pareto principle, discovered by economist Vilfredo Pareto, reveals something fascinating. He noticed that 80% of Italy's land was owned by just 20% of the population. This pattern shows up everywhere in life. In your work, 20% of your tasks create 80% of your results. Think about that for a second. What if you could identify that crucial 20% and pour all your energy there? Here's how you do it. Grab a piece of paper right now. Write down your top 3 most impactful goals. Not 5, not 10, 3. These should be the achievements that would fundamentally change your trajectory. Maybe it's mastering a critical skill, launching that project you've been putting off, or excelling in your most important work. Now break each goal into clear milestones. A student might dedicate 2 to 4 hours daily mastering advanced concepts in their field. A writer might focus exclusively on completing their manuscript. An entrepreneur might concentrate solely on developing their core product. The magic happens when you commit to dedicating your deepest work sessions, those precious hours when your mind is sharpest, to these 3 goals exclusively. Over a year, this focused approach doesn't just create progress. It creates exponential leaps that leave others wondering how you did it. Step 2. Commit to a monastic work style. Now let's talk about how you actually do this deep work. The monastic approach sounds extreme, but it's surprisingly simple. You're creating sacred blocks of time, 2 to 4 hours where you become completely unreachable. No notifications, no interruptions, no exceptions. During these blocks, you dive so deep into your priority work that the outside world essentially disappears. It's like entering a different dimension where your focus becomes laser sharp and your output skyrockets. A writer using this approach might produce an entire chapter while others are still checking their morning emails. A designer might create breakthrough concepts while their peers are stuck in endless meetings. The transformation isn't just in what you produce, it's in how you feel. Instead of ending your day drained from scattered attention, you finish with a profound sense of accomplishment. You've actually moved the needle on what matters most. Setting boundaries is crucial. Tell your colleagues, friends, and family about your deep work blocks. Most people will respect this once they understand you're serious about excellence. Step 3. Leverage the compound effect of mastery. Here's where things get really exciting. Every skill you develop compounds over time. Like interest in a savings account, your abilities don't just grow, they accelerate. Let's say you're a graphic designer. You dedicate your daily deep work sessions to mastering advanced techniques. At first, progress feels slow. Maybe you're learning new software features or studying design principles. But here's the beautiful part. Each small improvement builds on the last one. After a few months, you're not just marginally better. You're operating at a completely different level. You can tackle complex projects that used to intimidate you. Your work quality jumps dramatically. Better clients start noticing. This compound effect separates the exceptional from the average. While others dabble in many things, you're building genuine expertise that becomes increasingly valuable and rare. The key is consistency. Daily focused practice on your core skills creates exponential growth that seems almost magical to outside observers. Step 4. Eliminate shallow work and build a system to say no. Be honest with me for a second. How many times this week has your day been completely hijacked? You start with good intentions, but then an email, buzz, a notification, ring, an urgent meeting that could have been handled in 2 minutes. Before you know it, you're exhausted, frustrated, and wondering where your time actually went. Here's the hard truth. Every time you say yes to a low-value task, you're automatically saying no to something that truly matters. Time to build a filtering system. Start by getting crystal clear on your priorities. Keep a simple list ranking activities by their impact on your long-term goals. When any new task or request comes your way, ask yourself 2 questions. Does this align with my goals? Is this urgent or just convenient for someone else? If the answer is no, you delegate it, automate it, or politely decline. Batch your shallow work. Check emails at designated times only, maybe twice a day. Use scheduling apps to avoid unnecessary meetings. Learn to say, that sounds interesting, but it doesn't align with my current priorities. This might feel uncomfortable at first. We're conditioned to be helpful and available. But here's what happens when you protect your time. You become exponentially more valuable because your deep work produces extraordinary results. Step 5. Harness the 4 disciplines of execution. Now let's get systematic about achieving your goals. The 4 disciplines of execution, or 4DX, gives you a proven framework for turning ambitious goals into reality. First, focus on wildly important goals. These are your top 3 priorities we identified earlier, the ones that will make the biggest impact on your life or career. Second, act on lead measures. These are the specific, controllable actions that drive progress toward your goals. If your goal is writing a book, your lead measure might be writing for 2 hours daily. If you're building a business, it might be reaching out to 5 potential clients each day. Third, keep a compelling scoreboard. Visual progress tracking is incredibly powerful. Maybe it's a simple chart showing your daily word count or a dashboard tracking your skill development. When you can see your progress, motivation becomes automatic. Finally, create a cadence of accountability. Review your progress weekly. Adjust your approach when necessary. Maybe you check in with a mentor, an accountability partner, or simply do a personal review every Friday. This framework transforms vague aspirations into concrete systems that virtually guarantee progress. Step 6. Balance deep work with intentional rest. Here's something most productivity advice gets wrong. Rest isn't the enemy of achievement, it's the secret weapon. Your brain needs genuine downtime to consolidate learning, spark creativity, and maintain long-term focus. But we're not talking about mindless scrolling or binge-watching shows. We're talking about intentional rest. After intense, deep work sessions during the week, completely unplug on weekends. Go hiking, read fiction, exercise, pursue hobbies that bring you genuine joy. This isn't being lazy, it's being strategic. When you return to your deep work, you're not just refreshed. You often bring new perspectives and insights that only come during those moments when your conscious mind relaxes. The most successful people understand this rhythm, intense focus followed by complete renewal. Your transformation starts. Now let's recap this framework that can change everything. Ruthlessly prioritize high-value goals. Create monastic work blocks. Leverage the compound effect of mastery. Eliminate shallow work and build a system to say no. Use the 4DX framework for systematic achievement. Balance deep work with intentional rest. Imagine where you could be in just 1 year. Imagine mastering skills that set you apart. Excelling in your career beyond what you thought possible. Building habits that make extraordinary achievement feel almost effortless. This isn't just theory, it's a proven system that can literally transform your trajectory. Cal Newport's deep work principles have changed countless lives, and now you have the roadmap to make them work for you. I want to hear from you. What's your top goal for the coming year? Drop it in the comments below. Let's hold each other accountable and watch what happens when we commit to this level of focused excellence. And remember, stick to the book, stick to the system, and watch your life transform.